Welcome back to TGIF. Thank God it's forever, where Jesus most definitely comes first. This once again is Chaplain Andrew teaching you the unchangeable Word of God. Listen to this theme song and you'll know. It's me. Hey guys, welcome back to this week's episode of TGIF. Thank God it's forever, where Jesus does most definitely come first. Hello guys, we are now officially live. I had some issues today with my tablet. Like always, the devil does not want me to continue this ministry and continue encouraging people every day. But I don't care. I don't give a rat's tail about what he says, because I'm going to do this and I'm going to continue this until the day I go to be with God. No endorsement for Wendy's. It's just I have to have drink. So, as I was telling, I got 2 new listeners today. My Aunt Terry and Uncle John. Welcome, guys. They're on my Facebook Live at this moment, but welcome. You guys can always make comments. You always can type things in on the live as well. Feel free to say hi and make comments or do whatever you want to do while I am doing what I do. So, as I was telling them, I just basically do an encouraging word every Monday, so that way I get people to... It's my way of encouraging people. It's my way of giving them something good to listen to, because there's a lot of junk on the internet, on the radio, the TV, the internet. There's a lot of garbage out there. And so I give them something through the internet. It's like a radio program. Like, you turn the radio station on a dial and you listen to it. Like if you go to AM radio, there's all kinds of talk radio. This is basically what it is. This is Christian talk radio. And I got my book full of notes here that I've done, and I've done a lot of different encouraging messages, almost 100. So, let's get into our few brief announcements. Number 1, go to Community Cloud, 222@gmail.com, spelled COMMUNITYCLOUD, 222@gmail.com. Send me all of your prayer requests. Even if you just want me to shout out to you on the radio, send me your first name, your city, and your state, and I'll shout out to you on TGIF, where Jesus does most definitely come first. Also, remember, you can, as my Facebook Live people would see, you can give me a call at 1-302-448-8443. Again, that's 1-302-448-TGIF, where once again, Jesus does most definitely come first. Also, I want you to keep in mind there are several things. I got some actual good news to tell you in like less than a week. I know I should have told you this beforehand, but I didn't know this until now. But let me get into this. Keep in mind, for Worship Saturdays, we'll be doing nothing but worshiping God. Just praise, prayer, and worship, no messages. Also, keep in mind for the Rumble, we'll be shaking the heavens, railing the earth, and rumbling against the principalities of darkness and evil. We'll take one day out of the... First off, when boxers back in the day used to box, they were what? They were rumbling. It was a rumble. So, the Bible says we don't rumble or fight against what? Flesh and blood, but principalities of darkness and evil. We'll take one day out of the week and we'll do nothing but pray. Just pray, praise and pray. No messages. And for the good news that I've got for everyone, we have officially on the 17th a guest speaker. We will be sharing an evening with John J. Ritchie, who is an author and an evangelist out of, I do believe, Arizona. I'll let you know more about that as the week progresses, but we will have a guest speaker, and his name, once again, is John J. Ritchie from Arizona. He's not just an author, but an author and an evangelist, pastor, basically. So look forward to the exclusive interview with John J. Ritchie. Let's get into our song today, which is simply entitled Only You, performed by none other than one of my great friends, Prophet Dr. Larry O'Rell. Enjoy Only You by none other than Prophet Dr. Larry O'Rell. Enjoy.
Same old sunshine, same old sky, same old bluebirds flying by. But it seems like the sun shines more beautiful today. It's not the change in the weather, but the fact that we're together. It's you that brings light into my life. It's you that makes my future bright. Whether it's morning, noon or night, Lord, it's you. Same old, same old, same old town, same old people just walking around. But I'm seeing the world in a different light tonight. Not the stars nor the moon, can't be anything but you. It's you that brings light into my life. It's you that makes my future bright. Whether it's morning, noon or night, Lord, it's you. There may be cloudy days and those rainy nights without a single star in the sky. But if the sun and the moon should both refuse to shine, I don't mind. It's you that brings light into my life. It's you that makes my future bright. Whether it's morning, noon or night, Lord, it's you. It's you. It's you. Lord, it's you. Lord, I know it's you. It's you. It's you. Whoa, I know it's you. It's you.
That was once again, Lord, It's You, performed by none other than Dr. Prophet Larry O'Rell. One of my great friends, him, and believe it or not, I don't think I've ever told it in Terry and Uncle John, but he used to come to the church that I attended in Michigan, and him and Grandma were like two peas of a pod. Grandma Kuslik and him were, every time I said, Grandma, guess what? She goes, let me guess, Larry's coming. I said, this Sunday. She goes, I'm going to see him. I think in a sense, as friends and things like that, but I think Grandma had a little bit of a crush on Larry because she loved his voice, and she would come over and she'd go, Larry. He goes, Mom, gives her a big hug, and he says, how are you? So, and he always called me Harmonica Man. He goes, how's my Harmonica Man doing? So Larry and Grandma were like this. They're two peas of a pod. That's why I love Larry. He loves me, and I haven't seen him lately because I haven't been down to the church lately, up into the church in Michigan. But the next time he comes to Ohio and I get a chance to know where he's coming, I am definitely going to be coming to see him. Because it's gotta happen. Because Larry is a classic. So, this portion of the program is my message for today. And the title of today's message is called Attitude Adjustment. We, as in me and God, are going to give you a biblical attitude adjustment. There are a lot of people out there who have some really negative attitudes, who are out there always negative, always, like, well, look at her. Or look at him, and what she did and what he did. It's all negative attitudes. So, the title of our message is Attitude Adjustment. Let's talk about attitude for a moment. Attitude, whether it's good or bad, we all have an attitude. But some of us need an attitude adjustment. Even me, I am not perfect. But when God gives us an attitude adjustment, we, number one, look at the world in a different manner. 2, look at ourselves, our lives in a different manner. And 3, look at other people in a different manner. So, when God gives us a biblical attitude adjustment, we look at the world, we look at ourselves, and look at other people in a different manner. Instead of how we used to look at the world and how negative it is, and how we used to look at people, and how we used to look at ourselves. When God gives us this attitude adjustment, we look at those things differently. Let's get into our first scripture, which is Romans 12, chapter 12, verse 2. And in the words of Donald Trump, I brought my Bible. Romans 12. Let's go to Romans 12, chapter 12, and verse 2. Starting at verse 2. Here we go. And do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. Do not be conformed to this world. What that's saying is, do not sit here and do what everyone else does. Be you first. Be you. Don't be conformed to the world. Don't do what everyone else does. Do you. If you can do you, then you can be, how do I say it? People will respect you more if you can do you. So do you. So do not be conformed to the world. Don't do what they're doing. Don't try to be like, what was that show? Was it Keeping Up Appearances? I think it was. It was a PBS show, a British comedy show with this lady named Hyacinth Bouquet. She always says, Hyacinth Bucket, she goes as Bouquet. And she always had to keep up with Joneses. If they got sterling silver or gold placeware or silverware, they had to have it. So, but don't be conformed to what people are doing. Don't sit there and say, I got to be like him. Be you. So don't be conformed by the world. Don't be like other people, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Romans 12:2 says, and I'm reading my notes here, if we stop doing things the way other people do them, then we stop having a bad attitude, number one. and by being transformed or changed